Hello viewers, I'm Louie, and today I'm going to react to a WikiHow article about furries. If I'm honest, I don't have any idea or expectation about this, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, in this first article, it's titled How to Be Furry. Alright, so the furry fandom is large, inclusive community based on a love of anthropomorphic animals. Yeah, true? These are animals that talk, walk on two legs, and behave like humans. If you want to celebrate your friendship and express yourself creatively as a furry, welcome aboard! Yay! Once you develop a persona, which is a character OC in a furry fandom, start interacting with other furries online and in real life through conventions and local meetup groups. Explore your creative interests and see how they tie into the furry community, whether it means creating fan art or fursuiting. Remember, you don't need an expensive fursuit to be furry. Yeah, that's true. Since fursuit is rather expensive and it's like more luxury than necessity, so if you have more money to spend, and only then you can get a fursuit, since as I said, it's not necessary at all. Most importantly, focus on having fun with your furry friendship. Yeah, it's correct. You don't have to wear this fursuit just to be in your furry community. You can just have fun, like as they said, like drawings or talk about something, anthro. Alright, method 1, joining the furry community. First, make the choice to become part of the furry community. In order to become a furry, you don't have to pass an entry test. Okay, I don't know what kind of test that I have to endure to get into a furry community or get permission from anyone else. Okay, for this one, I'm not entirely sure, but maybe some, especially the underage, maybe still need some parent consent to some extent. I can talk pretty much about this. This is a rather gray area. The decision to become a furry is completely up to you. That's true. Whether you've been interested in furry related things for a while, yeah, that's me. I have been into furry since 2010, but I didn't admit it. Oops. Until 2017. Or you're totally new to the community, feel free to proclaim yourself a furry whenever and however you'd like. Yeah, just freedom. If you want to create your own furry related characters, meet other like-minded people. What? Meet other like-minded people? And or visit furry conventions. You'll probably love being a part of the furry community, but it's also totally okay to be a part of the community without calling yourself a furry. Yeah, that's true. If you just want to do it casually or just only have fun with it, it's okay. If you don't have a strong interest in anthropomorphic animals, but you still want to join the community, the people within it will likely welcome you with open arms. People aren't automatically furries if they happen to like anthropomorphic animals. They get to choose for themselves. Okay, I'm thinking about that specific YouTuber that is exactly this. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's you. Number 2, participate in online furry groups and discussion boards. since the furry fandom is a global one. Oh yes, we are everywhere. Don't forget, we are everywhere, people. Most furry activity happens on the internet. Try mobile app Furry Amino. Yes, I do have one. Or websites like So Furry and Full Affinity. Yeah, especially if you're an artist, create an account and start commenting, posting, and connecting with other users. Or hop into the furry community on Reddit. Well, too bad. In this country, for some reason, the Reddit is banned by the government. Yeah. All Furry is a very active subreddit and it's easy to get involved in discussions there. You can easily find other furries via Tumblr and DeviantArt too. Yep, Tumblr is also banned in here with some inexplicable reason. Look for furry Discord servers, Skype groups, if you're 40 years old, and Telegram groups for instant messaging. Search through furry pages and tags on regular social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. You'll quickly find your community there. Yep, it sure will. And number 3, make and share furry fan art and other creative work. Explore your furry friendship or persona through any hobby or creative project you would like. Try writing fanfiction, creating music, making video animations, vlogging, illustrating fan art, or performing in your furry persona. Then share your creations on sites like Tumblr, again it's banned in here, doesn't really matter, DeviantArt, Furry Affinity, and YouTube, just like me. There's a place for every interest in the furry fandom. Artists, musicians, yeah, I met some furry DJs, that's cool. Authors, dancers, this as well, comedians, yeah, probably me. Actors, oh, furry actors, I don't know. I've never met such actors. Maybe you can comment on the comments below. Who are they? And many others celebrate their love of anthropomorphism through creative expression. Don't be afraid to share your work. Yeah, that's true. If you have something to share, especially artwork, just do it, just share it, so other people can see and even talk about it. Other furries will be very welcoming and supportive of however you combine your furry identity with your other interests. Yeah, that's true. And sometimes there are very specific furries that also like perhaps fantasy, games, automotive industry, perhaps engineering, and so on. There are some niche hobbies in the furry community itself. It's very interesting. Consider taking your creative work to in-person events too. So if you like music, you may be able to DJ, as I said, at a furry convention. Yeah, that's happening in here, and it's cool. Take on requests, trades, or commissions to share your creative work. Yep, I never done requests anymore. I'm just don't bother. These are a great way to help other furries get to know you and your work. Open for requests if you want other furries to ask you for free artwork. Well, not anymore. At least for me. Open for trades if you're open to swapping one free artwork for another. Yeah, that's at least what will I do. If you want to sell your work, open for commissions. Yeah, hopefully someday I will. Set up an info page outlining your terms, prices, and policies so others know what to expect. Specify the type and style of work you would like to create. Then spread the word across the online furry community. Other furries might send you an image, a written description of their persona for you to draw, or they might give you a premise for a story to write. This is just outlining how it like to commission or simply give the artist something to begin with. That's quite helpful. Once you develop your skills and reputation, you can potentially make a good income by selling your work within the furry community. Yep, so maybe this is a bit exploited by some very specific furry artists, and they can put a very hefty price tag to their artwork because it's very demanding. If you accept a commission, you're obliged to complete it. By accepting payment and not finishing the project, you can get into legal trouble. Yeah, that's true. It's like when you're not finishing your homework and then you're punished by your teacher, and that's basically how it works. Number 5. Attend a furry convention to meet other furries in person. Yeah, this is one of my favorite for this year. Too bad, pandemic, and it should have happened a few days ago in here, but it's cancelled. Connecting online can be great, but there's nothing quite like meeting other furries in real life and seeing some of the media creators that you admire. If you can, attend Anthrocon, the largest furry convention that's based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I don't live in US, let alone in Pennsylvania, or look for a local furry conventions online. While you're there, check out the artwork, tails, accessories, pages, fursuits, and other furry merchandise. Don't miss the fursuit parade. Even you don't have a fursuit, you can still have a blast watching all the incredible fursuits march by. Yeah, that's true. That happened to me last year when I haven't got this fursuit yet. So I attend the Furcon in Jakarta and just saw all the people in fursuits, and it was just tremendous. And I enjoyed it, even though I didn't have a fursuit back then. Many furries opt to meet up at conventions since they are safe, public spaces, and you'll be free to fully express yourself and your persona. Yeah, that's very true. We need some safe space so we can express ourselves better without insecurities or anxiety. If you're going to be at the same event as your online furry friends, set up a time to meet up during the event. Special events differ from convention to convention, but you might be able to catch a great concert, fursuit dance competition, or discussion panel featuring your favorite animator. Watch videos of furry convention event online if you're curious to see what they're all about. Well, last February, I attend a comic convention, and it's not a specific furry convention, but you might be interested or curious, and you can click on the corner around here. You can watch it there. 6. Get involved in a local furry group. Many communities around the world have their own furry groups. Run a search for furries in your area to find individuals or meetup groups nearby. Check out the globe feature on the Furry Amino app. Oh, didn't I know that? To find furries based in your area, once you find local furries, start up a chat and coordinate a way to get together. When you meet up, have fun. Try out some role-playing games. I am very bad in role-playing games. Sorry. And act out your personas, create fun art together, and take photos in your fursuits if you have them. Yeah, absolutely. I always enjoy taking photos. Remember to be careful when meeting up with people you met online. Always use common sense and meet in a public place rather than a secluded, private space. Let a trusted friend know when and where you're going to, just in case. It's more prevalent in here, especially for the girls, just as a safety measure. Number 7. Socialize with other furries to form new friendships. There are quite a few subgroups within the furry community that cater to various interests, from gaming communities to literature clubs, so you should have no trouble finding other furries who share the same interests as you. And as I said, there are some niche groups even within the furry community itself, based on your hobbies, interests, and so on. Once you're a furry, focus on meeting new people, both online and in person. Start commenting on other furries' posts and reply to the furries who comment on yours. Eventually, start a chat and get to know them even better. Pretty soon, you'll start forming long-lasting friendships. Yeah, that's quite true. If you have this particular interest and then you start to chat or talk with other person that also interested in the same field as you, I think that's a good idea to communicate or socialize with them and sharing some knowledge. That's pretty cool. Putting yourself out there might sound like a daunting task, especially if you're shy or introverted. But remember that furries can often be some of the easiest and nicest people to talk to. Yes, we are very nice people. The more active you're in the community, the more friends you'll make, and the more fun you'll have. Yeah, kinda true. Although myself is not that active, but hey, I'm still having fun anyway. Number 8. Be welcoming and non-judgmental around the other furries. You'll find a lot of creativity in the furry community. So, rather than judging and critiquing what other people are doing, be accepting and supportive of what and who you encounter. Speak to other furries with kindness and respect to keep up the positive and inclusive furry environment. Yeah, I think it's cool. The furry community is a place where all kinds of people can really fit in, especially those who don't often feel like they fit in. Yeah, I think the furry community is one of the most inclusive communities out there. Whether you might have LGBT or a very very specific interests, or to some extent also disability, and it's great. Number 9. Forget your negative misconceptions about furries. There are a lot of myths and rumors about the furry community circulating through the media that you'll need to debunk for yourself and for others in your life. Most importantly, know that you don't have to own or wear a fursuit in order to be furry. As I said earlier, you can participate no matter what you wear. Additionally, know that only a small percentage of furries focus on the erotic aspect of the fandom. You don't have to do anything like this in order to participate in the community. Yeah, that's true. Furry is not all about sex. Remember, people. As with many other dress-oriented fandoms like cosplayers and sports fans, most furries simply enjoy expressing themselves, performing in a costume, and connecting with other fans on a social level. Yeah, basically that's what I'm doing right now. The majority of furries don't actually believe they're animals. Some might wish for animal traits or enjoy exploring them, but most furries are just expressing their friendship of anthropomorphic animals. Yeah, for myself, I don't really see myself as an animal per se. I just enjoy being inside an animal outfit. Well, it's not what defines the furry fandom. Be aware that you'll probably encounter some erotic fan art and other content of a sexual nature. If you're not comfortable with that, try updating your search settings on different sites and web browsers. Sticking with PG-rated furry content only is entirely acceptable. Yeah, that's true. Simply there are some people that don't really into or like those erotic sex stuff. They just want a SFW, and it's totally fine. It's just acceptable. After all, sex is not all people's cup of tea. Alright, so that's it for today. And I think that it was not too bad, not too weird. I think, yeah, it's decent, especially if you're very new into the community or furry fandom. And I think it's a pretty good guide how you're getting into the fandom. If you enjoy my video, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Bye bye.